Like many people, I've just been through one of the toughest years of my life. But then, the entrepreneur's journey, it's never plain sailing. That's why this year it's going to take something very special to become the winner of the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year. 24 exceptional finalists have their eyes on the prize. But over the next 3 weeks, we're on a search to acclaim one above all. Earlier this summer, the judges met to narrow down the entrants in this year's competition and to select 8 nominees in 3 categories: emerging, industry and international.
Delighted, I must say, to have Pádraig as our chairman.
The decision we have to make is a big decision.
For well over a decade now, the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Awards have been there to acclaim the best entrepreneurs on the island of Ireland. In the current environment, it's more important than ever to be able to acclaim and understand the high-quality entrepreneurs who are not only generating employment on the island of Ireland, but generating employment further afield and around the globe, and are all competing to be the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year for 2010.
As chairman of the judging panel, I will visit each and every one of the 24 finalists across the length and breadth of Ireland. The first 8 I'm going to meet are the nominees in the emerging category. What's really impressive is the scope and scale of businesses in this year's contest. The first visit on my tour of the country takes me to County Cavan and a restaurant with a 6-month waiting list. I'm going to try and get in the back door here. Hey Nevin, how you doing, man?
Pádraig, have you
Good
a
to see you.
reservation?
I have a reservation. I'm after coming in through the kitchen door here.
Now all the staff have to work for the dinner, and you're no different, so you're going to help me.
You mean I gotta... Well, here goes.
No better man. I'm
No
sure
better man.
You're not afraid of rolling up your sleeves.
That's
and getting
for
stuck
sure.
in. Pádraig, we're just getting dips ready because we make our breads fresh every day. So just taste that. Put a wee dot on your finger. Taste that there. So it's a reduction of port and balsamic. So just put a little bit into that.
Where do you come up with these various combinations?
Well, this will be something like they'd serve in Rome. I've been in Rome a few times, and when you go away, you get lots of ideas and inspiration. You never stop learning about food. From a very young age, I said I wanted to be a chef. And that was it. I was total tunnel vision. Didn't even do my leaving cert. Left school early, went into Fermanagh College, and I just knew, yeah, I got the bug of cooking. You know, to be running a kitchen, but to be running a business, and now we have over 30 people working for us, that was a huge learning experience for me. It's not all about food, that's just part of the package. I remember cooking here and there was only 8 or 10 people in the restaurant and it was soul destroying and we were looking to think, God, will we move somewhere, will we go somewhere else? But you know, thankfully I always believed that we could make this work, we could make Black Lion a destination. And we fill at least 15 extra bedrooms in the locality, which is brilliant. And it's like a ripple effect is what I call it. That, you know, they go to the local pubs, they go to the local bars, local shops. So it's fantastic. For a small community, it's very important that we're putting something back into the community. We have lovely premises and we have a good plot of land up the back. So eventually, maybe next year, towards the end of next year, I hope to build a cookery school. And then I'll be able to bring people for 2 or 3 days and they'll be able to cook hands-on. That's my vision for here. Can I get a goat cheese, 3 duck, 1 scallops, 4 salmon? Okay. Who do you want it for?
Hillary and Ian.
Hillary and Ian. Okay.
Nevin, how many books have you published?
This is my 7. Can you believe
You're
that?
7.
Yep.
There's
7.
another one on the way.
And I'm working on a new one for next year. It's a tough career, but there's not a day that I go into my kitchen that I regret and say, I don't like this, I love it.
Nevin is proof that you have to have an appetite for hard work to succeed in business. I'm back in Dublin now to meet a young man who also knows that you have to spare a little time for a game or two. I don't know much about computer games, but I know Dylan's company, Jolt, is one of the world's top online game companies.
Games industry worldwide is a $50 billion industry. So it's bigger than the movie business, and last year it became bigger than the music business. Online gaming, our part of it, is about $11 billion. It's growing at about 18.5% a year, if you can imagine it. It's probably the fastest growth industry in the world right now.
Dylan's company was recently acquired by GameStop, the largest game retailer in the world. This opens huge opportunities for Jolt's online games.
So this is Gangster Zombies. So the object is for me to work my way through, become a bigger and bigger zombie, bigger and bigger gangster zombie across the map. So in this, in terms of actually generating revenue, you can see if I go and try and do something, say hustle a pool shark thing, I'm told like, I haven't got enough gold. I can go and buy gold in my store. Like I can buy 5 gold here for 80 cents, all the way up to I can buy 80 euros worth of gold. I can use the gold to buy extra weapons. Gangster Zombies we launched in June of this year, so it's been out a couple of months and it is in the top 30 Facebook games, so it's grown very, very quickly. I think this month alone will add probably, we're aiming for about 250,000 new players with a big campaign that we're doing at GameStop.
We were able to do this as a small little company from a small island into the biggest market in the world. Doing business as an Irish person internationally, you get a huge advantage. It's a great way of breaking the ice in conversations, in partnerships and meetings, and you become known initially as the Irish company. As a culture, as an identity, I think it's hugely valuable. One of the things that we're not good at as a country is telling people how great we are. We sometimes get embarrassed by it or shy about it. It's ridiculous. You know, we need to tell people, look, we've been successful here, we've done these great things, and all you other companies, you should come here and join us because we are that good. We are better than all the other countries.
It's great to hear Dylan talk so positively about what Ireland has to offer, and the next nominee is no different. He's already made strides in Spain and now wants to buck the recent trend by bringing manufacturing back to Ireland. Dubliner Sean Carthy's company, Lita Lighting, design and manufacture LED lighting systems. The company's products use a fraction of the energy of traditional lighting and are in use throughout Spain.
Lita was established in early 2009, based in Spain. When I actually came in, I invested heavily in the business. We moved the headquarters to Dublin, Ireland. We now have 7 people in Spain. We have 11 people currently in Dublin. We have 2 people in Florida, and we're recruiting more people for other offices. The Spanish government are so progressive thinking in sustainable energy and environmentally friendly projects. They're encouraging large industry to convert to the likes of our LED lighting solutions, which is fantastic for us.
I caught up with Sean back in his hometown of Dublin, a town with plenty of opportunities for a man in the light bulb business.
I mean, look around us now. This is 10 o'clock at night. We're in a major commercial hub, and look at the lights that are still on the offices. Our lights in a situation like this would save a vast amount of money. But not only that, we're looking up and down the quays here. Look at the number of lights that have gone out because they're broken. Our lights will last 5, 10, 15, 20 years depending on the application. You never have to come back near them again. You put them in, forget about them, move on. That's what the world needs now. In 10 years' time, there will be no fluorescent lights, there will be no incandescent lights. It will all be LED, and we want to stay at the forefront of that business.
Sean is yet another entrepreneur with a great vision for the future of his business and the role it can play in helping Ireland through its current difficulties.
17 years we've watched manufacturing leave Ireland. Why can't we bring this manufacturing back into Ireland? We don't have to keep exporting jobs. It can't always be just about the glorious dollar. We've got a great workforce that we haven't actually really utilised for the last 5 years because everybody's been involved in construction. We're going to be producing a light in the next couple of months in Ireland that will actually lead the field for 2-3 years.
Wow, thank you very much.
Forward, thank you.
The following morning, I'm still in the centre of Dublin to meet the next entrepreneur who, despite not being a dentist, now runs a chain of successful dental clinics. Emmett O'Neill started Smiles as a teeth whitening clinic in the centre of Dublin. There are now 13 branches, and regular dentistry is the cornerstone of his business. Emmett, you're a businessman and not a dentist. How did you actually bring the dentist on board to actually get actively involved in this concept?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, initially dentists were like supermodels. They wouldn't get out of bed for anything less than X a day, and we had to guarantee them a certain amount of income per day. But what we've shown the dentists is we have the patients, and this is a great place to work because they're always busy. Our dentists do no paperwork. They don't worry about will their nurse show up, won't they show up. They come in and they focus on their patients. 97% of our business is fillings, cleanings and extractions and all routine dentistry. 2%, 3% would be tooth whitening, dental implants and so on. Basically, I wanted to demystify a visit to the dentist. So when you go to the dentist, what are you worried about? You're worried about the price. How long am I going to be here? Is it going to hurt? Do I have to come back? So I wanted to apply that kind of retail service idea to dentistry.
How successful has Smiles been over the past 5 years?
Well, when we started in 2005, that year we treated 300 patients and we'd 4 staff. This year we've 135 people working in the business and we'll treat 150,000 patients. We expect to have about 27 clinics open and running by 2012, and that year we'd expect to see about 300,000 patients and have about 250 people full-time employed with the business. So from a standing start over 7 years, we'll have created 250 full-time jobs with Smiles.
Emmett, is there any chance you could do something for these fine Connemara teeth?
Woo! Okay, listen, we're not miracle workers, but come on and we'll give it a go.
I decided to go for just a bit of a scrape and a polish. I don't think the world is ready for me with a Hollywood smile just yet. After the break, I will meet the next 4 nominees in this year's competition.